As you settle into the quiet of this night, breathe slowly and let your spirit soften in the presence of God. Feel the pace of your day finally beginning to slow. Feel the weight of everything you carried gently loosening its grip around your shoulders. You've walked through many moments today, some peaceful, some challenging, some unexpected, and now you can rest. You're not alone in this moment. God is here with you, drawing near as you draw near to Him. Lord, as this listener comes before you tonight, I thank you for the gift of your presence. I thank you for being near to them from the very first moment of this day until this very breath. Even in the things they barely noticed, your fingerprints were there, guiding, protecting, comforting, and strengthening. And now, Father, I ask that your peace would surround them like a warm blanket on a cool night. Let your rest come over their heart, steadying their emotions and calming every troubled thought. Tonight, Lord, we pause in gratitude. I thank you for the breath in their lungs, the strength they needed to move through the day, and the quiet mercies that carried them from morning to evening. So many times you protected them from things they never even saw coming. So many times you whispered comfort into their heart when their mind felt overwhelmed. You are faithful, God, always faithful. As this dear one settles into bed, help them release the noise still swirling in their mind. Help them let go of every lingering thought, every conversation replaying in their head, every worry trying to steal their rest. You see the places inside their heart where tension still sits. You see the corners where their emotions are tired, where their body aches, where their peace feels fragile. And yet, you meet them right here with gentleness and love, Lord. You have always been a safe place, steady, unchanging, full of compassion. I ask that you allow them to feel that safety tonight in a deeper way. Wrap your presence around them like a comforting embrace. Let them sense your nearness, not as a distant thought, but as a real calming companionship. Let your peace settle not only in their mind, but also in their soul. You tell us in Psalm 4:8 NIV, "In peace I will lie down and sleep for you alone." Lord, make me dwell in safety. And tonight, Lord, I speak this over them. Let them lie down in your peace. Let them sleep in your safety. Let them know deeply, know that they are held protected and cared for by the God of the universe. Father, you know the details of their day. You know the moments when they felt hurried, the moments when they felt unnoticed, the moments when something weighed heavy on their spirit. You know the moments when they pushed through even though they were tired. You know the moments when they gave kindness, when they felt frustrated, or when they carried burdens silently. And yet, you look at them with such compassion tonight. You don't condemn them. You don't judge them. You simply invite them to rest. So tonight, Lord, let rest become holy. Let rest become healing. Let rest become a moment where they feel renewed from the inside out. Let every muscle relax. Let the tension in their jaw ease. Let their breathing slow into a natural rhythm of peace. Quiet every lingering worry, every anxious thought, every fear about tomorrow, every unresolved question. Let this night become a sanctuary where your peace washes over them like gentle waves. And Father, I thank you for every unseen way you carried them today. In the moments when they didn't feel strong enough, you strengthened them. In the moments when they didn't know what to do, you guided them. In the moments when their emotions felt heavy, you lifted them. You were with them when they were surrounded by others, and you were with them in the quiet moments when no one else was watching. You have been their anchor, their covering, their comfort. Tonight, Lord, I ask that you help them breathe a little deeper. Help them feel your presence as something real, not just a thought in their mind, but a calming warmth in their spirit. Let peace begin to settle in their chest, softening any tension. Let their heartbeat slow. Let their breathing deepen. Let their mind begin to quiet. Let their whole body recognize that it is finally safe to rest. You are here, God. You are with them in this room. You are watching over them. You are filling the atmosphere with your stillness. You are whispering, "You can rest now, my child. You can let go. I am here, Lord." As they lie down tonight, let them be aware of the peace peace that is already surrounding them, the peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, the peace that doesn't disappear when the world feels overwhelming, the peace that is rooted in you alone. Help them to sense that your presence is enough, enough to quiet fear, enough to soothe anxiety, enough to restore their heart. I want you to say amen in the comments to thank God and declare this prayer over your life. I proclaim that every blessing spoken here is being released to you now in the mighty name of Jesus. Pray this prayer with the I Pray 1111 channel for 7 days and watch the Lord work miracles in your life. You may wonder why 7 in God's Word. 7 is a sacred number. It represents completeness, perfection, and divine fulfillment. If you remain faithful and pray for 7 days, expect something extraordinary to unfold in your life. Share your testimonies in the comments. We know there will be many. And don't forget to send this prayer to your family and friends who need God's blessing and protection today. Lord, before sleep comes, I place every anxious thought into your hands. I come before you tonight with a heart that has tried its best today, a heart that has carried responsibilities, worries, and emotions that sometimes felt heavier than I could express. As this dear listener settles deeper into this moment of prayer, I ask you, Father, to help them release everything they've been holding inside. You know the weight they've been carrying. You know the thoughts that still linger, the concerns that refuse to quiet down, and the tension that still rests in their spirit. Father Night has a way of bringing everything to the surface. Every worry, every regret, every what if, every moment they wish had gone differently. And so tonight, I ask you to meet them right here in this vulnerable place and gently lift what feels too heavy to carry. I ask that your presence becomes the soft refuge where they can finally exhale, finally release, and finally rest. Lord, they've walked through conversations that may have left them unsettled. They've faced responsibilities that demanded more energy than they had to give. They've navigated emotions that didn't always have a place to land. And yet here they are still reaching for you, still trusting you, still listening for your voice in the quiet of this night. That alone is a sign of their faith. That alone is precious to you. Tonight, I pray they feel your compassion wrapping around their heart like warmth in the cold. You are not distant from their struggles. You are not indifferent to their pain. You do not criticize their weakness or their fear. Instead, you draw near to them. You meet them right where they are with tenderness. Your word reminds us in 1 Peter 5:7, NIV, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. Not some anxieties, not only the small ones, not only the ones they think are appropriate, but all of them. Every single worry, every hidden fear, every anxious thought that wakes them in the night or steals their peace during the day. Lord, help them cast these worries onto you, not by force, not with pressure, but gently, softly, little by little. Help them release every burden like placing stones into your hands one at a time. The stone of worry about their health, the stone of concerns about their family, the stone of regret from something said or unsaid, the stone of financial pressure, the stone of uncertainty about tomorrow. Every stone, heavy or small, you are strong enough to carry. Father, I pray that tonight becomes a night of release. I pray they sense that they no longer have to carry everything alone. When their thoughts try to pull them back into stress, whisper to them, give it to me. You don't have to hold this. When their heart feels overwhelmed, lift them gently. When their spirit feels tired, renew them with your peace. When regrets from the day try to replay in their mind, remind them that they are forgiven, loved, and held. Lord, you know how easily anxious thoughts can multiply in the stillness of night. The mind begins to race, replaying conversations, imagining possibilities, questioning decisions. But you, Lord, are the calmer of storms. You speak to anxious hearts with a voice that carries peace. You steady restless minds with the gentleness of your presence. So tonight, I pray you quiet their thoughts. Let their mind be still in you. Let every mental storm settle under the weight of your comfort. Let the rhythm of their breathing deepen as your peace fills them from the inside out. Help them recognize that they do not need to figure everything out today. They do not need to solve every problem tonight. They do not need to carry every responsibility into their sleep. You are God, and you are already working in the places they cannot see. Father, remind them that nothing surprises you. You have already gone ahead of them into tomorrow. You know the solutions to problems they haven't yet discovered. You hold the answers to questions that still feel confusing. You guide them, even when they feel uncertain. You protect them, even when they feel vulnerable. Lord, I thank you for the ways you've carried them through this day. I thank you for the unseen protection, the quiet strength, the moments when they felt comfort without knowing why. And I thank you that tonight they can rest, not because everything in their life is perfect, but because you are perfect. Not because they have everything under control, but because you hold everything in your hands. As they let go tonight, wrap your peace around their heart. Let them feel the weight lifting. Let the tension fade from their chest. Let the quiet settle into their spirit. Let this moment be the beginning of a deeper rest, a rest that heals, restores, and refreshes. Father, I pray over every worry they've tried so hard to carry. I pray over every concern they haven't spoken out loud. I pray over every fear that has tried to rise up within them. And I place it all at your feet, trusting that you are faithful, loving, and near. Lord, give them peace that makes no sense to the world, peace that calms the storm inside, peace that allows them to sleep deeply, peace that reminds them they are safe in your hands, peace that assures them they are never alone. Sometimes the heart grows weary in ways words can't capture, but God sees every hidden tear and every quiet ache. Tonight, as you settle a little deeper into this moment of prayer, let your heart come forward gently. Let the walls you've held up all day soften. Let the tiredness you've pushed through be acknowledged. You don't have to pretend you're strong right now. You don't have to hold everything together in this moment. God is here, and He understands the kind of tiredness that goes beyond the body. He understands the kind that reaches into the soul. Father, I lift this precious listener to you, the one whose heart feels worn from carrying so much, the one who smiles for others while feeling heaviness inside, the one who gives comforts, listens, and supports yet often feels unseen in their own struggles. Lord, I ask you to draw especially near to them right now. Let them feel the warmth of your closeness. Let your presence wrap around their heart like soft light breaking through the dim places inside. You alone, God, understand the weight they've been carrying. You see the places in their heart where discouragement has whispered. You see the moments when they felt lonely even while surrounded by people. You see the silent battles they've fought, the heavy thoughts, the private worries, the memories that still sting, the hopes that feel delayed. Nothing is hidden from you, and yet nothing in them makes you pull away. Instead, you come closer. You come with compassion. Your word says in Psalm 34:18, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Lord, tonight, I pray this truth will sink deep into their soul. Let them feel your closeness not as an idea, but as a real and comforting presence. Let them sense you leaning in, paying attention, holding their heart with tenderness. Father, you know how tired they are. Not just physically tired, but emotionally and spiritually tired. You know the weariness that comes from caring deeply, loving deeply, and hurting deeply. You know the fatigue that forms when they try to be strong for everyone else. You know the heaviness that settles on them when they wonder if anyone truly understands the weight they carry. And yet, you do. You understand completely. Tonight, Lord, I ask that you lift the emotional burdens that have pressed on their heart. Ease the tension in their thoughts. Calm the ache in their spirit. Let them feel you holding them, steadying them, supporting them, surrounding them with your love. When they feel fragile, remind them that they are safe in your hands. When they feel unseen, remind them that their heart is fully visible to you. When they feel burnt out, breathe renewal gently into their spirit. Lord, some hearts become tired, not because of weakness, but because of faithfulness, because they have been holding others up, praying for others, giving to others, and caring deeply. Some hearts grow tired from carrying responsibilities they never asked for but faithfully embraced. And some hearts grow tired simply from the pressures of life. Financial concerns, family needs, health worries, emotional wounds, and the slow weight of uncertainty. But you see every layer of that tiredness. You understand the story behind every sigh, every tear, every quiet moment where they said, Lord, I'm trying, but I'm tired. So tonight, God, I pray you become their rest. Not just physical rest, but soul deep rest. The kind of rest that reaches into the parts of the heart that rarely get comforted. Let your peace move like gentle waves, washing over the worn out places inside. Let your love seep into the cracks where they've been hurting. Let your comfort settle into the corners where they've felt alone. Father, remind them that they don't have to be strong every moment. You are strong for them. You are the one who holds them together when they feel like they're falling apart. You are the one who carries them when their own strength runs thin. You are the one who whispers, "Come to me," when their heart is aching. You are the one who gently holds the pieces when life has felt scattered. Lord, I pray you soothe the emotional places that have been overstretched. The part of their heart that misses someone. The part that longs for something that still hasn't happened. The part carrying the weight of family needs. The part worrying about tomorrow. The part frustrated by things they can't control. The part that feels worn by waiting or disappointment. The part that still hurts from old wounds. You see all of it, God, and you hold all of it. Tonight, let them feel permission to rest. Let them feel the relief of releasing control. Let them feel the comfort of knowing they are fully seen, fully known, and fully loved by you. Remind them that you are not disappointed in them. You are not frustrated with their tiredness. You are not distant or demanding. You are gentle. You are patient. You are kind. And you take great care with fragile hearts. Father, let them know that even their exhaustion is safe with you. They don't have to hide their weariness or pretend it doesn't exist. They can come to you exactly as they are tired, overwhelmed, unsure, and you welcome them, you hold them, you strengthen them in ways the world cannot. So tonight, breathe rest into their spirit. Breathe peace into their heart. Breathe comfort into their emotions. Let your presence become the soft place where they can finally lay their weariness down. Let them feel you holding their heart the way only a loving Father can, gently, completely, and with everlasting love. Lord, in the storms of life, you are the calm that steadies my soul. Tonight, as this dear listener rests in your presence, I lift to you every storm they have walked through, both the storms others could see and the ones they've faced silently. Some storms shout loudly with circumstances that shake the heart. Others whisper in the quiet places of the mind, causing tension, fear, or worry. But no matter what kind of storm they've endured today, you are here now. And you are the one who brings peace that rises above every wave. Father, you know the storms that have tried to steal their peace. You know the stress that pressed on them throughout the day. You know the worries that linger in their mind even now as they try to settle for the night. You know the situations that made their heart flutter with fear or uncertainty. You know the moments when emotions felt out of control, when conversations left them unsettled, when circumstances felt overwhelming, and yet through every one of those moments, you remained the anchor that held them steady even when they didn't feel it. Tonight, Lord, I pray you speak to their storm in the same way you spoke to the wind and the waves in the Gospels, with the same authority, with the same compassion, with the same divine certainty. You said, "Peace be still," and creation obeyed. So I ask you now to speak to the storm inside this listener's heart. Let your peace settle over them like a quiet rain, softening every fear and calming every anxious thought. Your word in John 14:27, NIV says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives." Lord, the world offers temporary comfort, moments of distraction, short-lived relief, or small pockets of calm that eventually fade. But the peace you give is deeper, stronger, more stable. It reaches into the core of who we are and reassures us that even when life feels uncertain, you remain constant. The storms may roar, but your presence brings rest. Father, for every situation that tried to shake them today, I pray your peace would plant itself firmly in their heart. If they faced a difficult conversation, calm their spirit. If they worried about their family, remind them you are watching over the people they love. If they carried concern about finances, loosen the grip of fear and replace it with trust in your provision. If they felt overwhelmed by responsibilities, steady their breathing and bring clarity. And if their thoughts have been swirling with what if and how will this work out, speak your assurance gently but powerfully. I am here. I am working. You can rest. Lord, sometimes the storms inside us are not caused by one big event, but by many small things stacking on top of each other, little stresses, minor frustrations, emotional fatigue, and mental exhaustion. They build quietly until suddenly the heart feels flooded. But you can calm those storms too. You can smooth the ripples of worry and quiet the noise that fills the mind. You can bring peace even when the storm is not loud, but simply persistent. So tonight, draw this listener into the stillness of your presence. Let them inhale deeply and feel your peace entering with each breath. Let them exhale slowly, releasing tension into your hands. Let the rhythm of their breathing become a reminder that you are near, that you are the one keeping them steady. When their mind tries to wander back to worries, gently guide their thoughts to your promises. When their heart tries to revisit stress from the day, remind them that they can leave it all with you. Lord, many storms can feel frightening because we don't know how or when they will end. But you remind us that even when we don't see the path through the storm, you see it clearly. Even when we don't understand how things will resolve, you already know the outcome. Even when the winds feel strong, you remain unshakable. Tonight, reassure this listener that they do not need to have all the answers. They only need to rest in the one who holds every answer. Father, bring a peace that is not shallow or temporary, but deep and steady peace that settles like a warm blanket around their heart. Peace that quiets the storms within. Peace that reminds them that they are safe. Peace that whispers, everything is in my hands. Peace that assures them they can let go because you are already working in their situation. Your peace, Lord, is a gift. It's not something we must earn. It isn't given because we performed well or handled everything perfectly. Your peace comes from your love, not our effort. It comes from your goodness, not our performance. So tonight, help this listener receive your peace freely. Help them open their heart to the stillness you offer. Help them rest in the truth that even when life feels chaotic, your presence creates calm. Father, I pray that as the night deepens, their mind becomes calmer, their breath becomes smoother, their emotions become lighter. Let the noise of the day fade into silence. Let the pressures of life grow softer. Let your presence become the quiet center of their soul. And let the awareness of your nearness bring a peace that surpasses understanding. Lord, if their storm today came through circumstances, calm it. If it came through emotions, settle it. If it came through fear, dissolve it. If it came through uncertainty, ground them in your truth. And if it came through feeling alone, surround them with your love. Lord, as night covers the world, let your protection cover my life. As this dear listener settles deeper into the quiet of this moment, I lift them to you, asking for your divine covering to surround every part of their being. Tonight, wrap them in the safety of your presence. Let your peace become a shield, your love a fortress, and your faithfulness a wall of protection around their home and heart. Father, you know that nighttime can bring a unique kind of vulnerability. When the world grows still and the lights fade, the mind can wander toward fear. Small sounds feel louder. Shadows seem darker. Thoughts about what if try to slip in. But you, Lord, you do not sleep. You do not take your eyes off your children. You do not leave us unguarded. You are the God who watches over us through every hour of the night. And tonight, I ask you to watch over this listener with special tenderness. Your word assures us in Psalm 91, 4 IV, He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. Lord, let that promise come alive for them now. Cover them with your wings. Draw them close beneath the shelter of your presence. Let them sense the gentle nearness of a God who protects, who guards, who holds them securely. Let every part of their heart rest in the truth that they are safe with you. Father, I pray over their physical protection tonight. Guard them from harm. Place angels around their home standing watch at every door and window. Let no danger come near them. Let no threat approach their dwelling. Let their home be filled with peace, harmony, and divine security. Let the atmosphere itself feel different, lighter, calmer, filled with holy rest. I pray over their mind, Lord. Shield it from fearful thoughts, anxious imaginations, or troubling memories. If the mind tries to wander into fear, surround it with your truth. If old worries try to rise up, quiet them with your voice. If nightmares or troubled dreams have ever disturbed their sleep, I ask you to guard their night so that peace and only peace would fill their rest. Pray over their body, God. Let every muscle relax. Let stress release from their shoulders. Let their breathing deepen. Let their heartbeat slow into calmness. Let the tension of the day drain from them. Protect them from sickness, discomfort, or anything that might steal their ability to rest. Let their body feel safe enough to fully let go. And Father, I pray over their spirit. Protect it from fear, discouragement, or spiritual heaviness. If anything tried to weigh their spirit down today, lift it now. If they've been feeling spiritually drained, refill them with your strength. If they've been surrounded by negativity or stress, wash it away with the purity of your presence. You see the things that threaten their peace, some visible, some unseen. You see the pressures that grip their heart. You see the fears that whisper during the night. You see the concerns that linger even when the world is quiet. But you, Lord, are greater than all of it. Your voice is stronger than fear. Your presence is stronger than darkness. Your power is greater than anything that could come against them. Tonight, I ask you to place your hand upon their home like a divine covering. Let your presence fill every room. Let your angels stand guard in the night. Let your peace dwell not only in their bedroom, but throughout their environment. Let every corner of their home reflect safety, warmth, and peace. Let this be a place where your spirit rests. Father, remind them that no matter what happened today, they are safe tonight. Let them feel the comfort of knowing that you are not only with them, you are watching over them, you are surrounding them, you are shielding them, and you will not allow anything to harm them. You are their refuge and their fortress, their God in whom they trust. And Lord, for the fears that feel too small to mention out loud, but still tug at their heart, silence those fears gently, whether they worry about the future, about their family, about their health, or about the unknown. Reassure them that they are covered by the protection of a powerful and loving Father. Remind them that nothing touches their life without passing through your hands first. If they are facing uncertainty in finances, relationships, or decisions, protect their heart from the fear of what might happen. Let them rest in the knowledge that your plans are good. Your protection is strong and your presence is constant. Tell their heart, you are safe. You are covered. You are not alone. Lord, I ask that you give them the kind of rest that only comes when someone feels truly safe. Let them fall asleep without fear. Let them sleep deeply, peacefully, and securely. Let their dreams be filled with calmness and blessings. Let them awaken, refreshed, renewed, and strengthened. And while they sleep, Lord, I ask you to continue working on their behalf. Protect their home from harm. Protect their heart from fear. Protect their spirit from discouragement. Protect their body from sickness. Protect their mind from torment. Protect their future from anything not aligned with your will. Lord, when my thoughts run faster than my peace, you whisper, "Be still, my child." Tonight, I lift this listener to you, this heart that has tried to quiet the mind, yet finds thoughts circling, looping, and rising again the moment the lights go out. You see the patterns of worry that replay in their mind. You see the thoughts that keep them awake longer than they want to be. You see the inner conversations, the fears of the future, the heaviness of responsibilities, and the moments when they lie in the dark, trying to quiet their racing thoughts, but can't. Father, you know how difficult nights can be for a mind that works overtime, especially after a long day. When everything slows down and distractions fade away, suddenly the mind feels louder. Questions echo, memories resurface, worries intensify, thoughts wander into places that bring tension instead of peace. But tonight, God, I ask you to step into the middle of those thoughts. I ask you to bring calm where there has been restlessness, clarity, where there has been confusion and peace, where there has been anxiety. You understand this listener's mind more than anyone ever could. You know how tender their thoughts are. You know the concerns they carry, the people they worry about, the responsibilities they feel, and the fears they rarely speak out loud. You know the moments when they try to stay strong on the outside, but feel overwhelmed inside, and you do not judge them for it. Instead, you draw closer to them with love. Your word promises in Isaiah 26:3, NIV, you will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. Lord, tonight bring that perfect peace. Let it settle over their thoughts like a calming blanket. Let it quiet the noise inside their mind. Let it slow the rushing thoughts that feel too fast to control. Let it soothe the worries that have grown louder in the quiet. Let them sense your presence filling the spaces where anxiety once sat. Father, sometimes the mind becomes tired from trying to solve everything at once, trying to fix what hasn't happened yet, trying to plan for every possibility, trying to protect everyone they love. But tonight, help them breathe. Help them release what is beyond their control. Help them surrender the thoughts that have been spiraling. Remind them that they were never created to carry every problem alone. You are God, and you carry what they cannot hold. Lord, when their thoughts begin to race with worry, slow them. When their mind replays what went wrong, quiet it. When their imagination runs toward fear, redirect it to your truth. When anxiety tells them lies, replace those lies with your promises. When their thoughts feel scattered, gather them gently and guide them back to your peace. Tonight, I pray you help them let go of the thoughts that weigh the heaviest, the what if something goes wrong thoughts, the how will I handle tomorrow thoughts, the what if I fail thoughts, The what if something happens to someone I love thoughts, the everything going to be okay thoughts. Lord, you see how each of these takes root, how each tries to rob them of rest. But you, God, speak differently. You whisper, be still. You remind them, do not fear, for I am with you. You steady their heart with your presence. You calm their mind with your love. You straighten the path ahead of them with your hand. Lord, I ask you to go to the source of their anxiety, the deepest place inside where fear hides. Heal the places where their thoughts were shaped by past pain. Heal the thoughts that come from old wounds or past disappointments. Heal the thoughts shaped by fear of the unknown or fear of making mistakes. Heal the emotional exhaustion that comes from overthinking. Let your peace begin to untangle the knots in their mind. Let your peace loosen every tight place where anxiety tries to hold on. Let your peace ease the mental pressure that makes rest difficult. Let this listener feel safe enough to breathe deeply, safe enough to release their thoughts into your hands. Father, some thoughts linger because they come from caring deeply. This listener worries about their loved ones because they love them. They worry about their future because they want to do well. They think about their responsibilities because they want to be faithful. But love, responsibility, and care are never meant to turn into fear. So tonight, transform their worry into trust. Transform their fear into faith. Transform their tension into rest. Transform their overthinking into surrender. Whisper to their heart, you are safe with me. Whisper, you don't need to solve this right now. Whisper, I will take care of what you cannot. Whisper, let me hold your thoughts tonight. Whisper, you can rest. Father, breathe peace into their mind the way only you can. Let their thoughts slow down. Let their emotions soften. Let their inner world quieten. Let their heart feel anchored in you. Let the awareness of your presence become stronger than every anxious thought. And as they rest in this promise, remind them that anxiety does not define them. Overthinking does not make them weak. Racing thoughts do not make them less faithful. These are simply burdens that you gently lift from their shoulders. Tonight, Lord, wrap their mind in your protection. Guard their thoughts while they sleep. Guard their dreams. Guard their peace. Guard their emotional rest. Guard their inner world from anything that seeks to burden them again. Father, tonight, give you the hidden wounds I rarely talk about. Come before you with the parts of my heart that have been hurting silently for far too long. I lift up this dear listener who has carried pain that no one else sees, wounds that have been tucked away behind strength, behind smiles, behind responsibilities. Lord, tonight, gentle light on the places inside them that ache even when they pretend they don't. You know, Lord, that some wounds are easy to hide. They sit quietly under the surface, showing up only in quiet moments when the house is still, when the day ends, when the night feels long and heavy. Only you know how deep those wounds go. Only you fully understand the hurt that has shaped them, the memories that have stayed with them, and the emotions they've held inside because they weren't sure how to release them. You're waiting in Psalm 147:3. NIV declares, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Tonight, I ask you to begin binding up the wounds this listener carries, the ones caused by disappointment, betrayal, loss, misunderstandings, and unspoken grief. Some wounds come from people they trusted. Some come from seasons they survived. Some come from circumstances they didn't choose. Some are still tender from years ago. But none of these wounds are too old or too deep for your healing. Father, you see the places inside them that still hurt, even when they try to move forward. You see the hurt caused by words spoken in anger. You see the pain from relationships that changed. You see the sorrow from missed opportunities, from dreams that didn't unfold the way they hoped. You see the grief that lingers from losing someone they loved. You see the loneliness that rises at night when they wish someone understood what they feel. You also see the wounds that form slowly, the ones created through years of giving to others, caring for family, carrying responsibilities, and putting their own needs aside. You see the emotional fatigue that comes from being strong for everyone else. You see the moments they question their worth. You see the times they felt unseen or unappreciated. You see the quiet tears they wiped away when no one else was watching. Lord, You are the only one who can reach these hidden places with gentle hands. Your healing doesn't come with force. It comes with compassion. It comes with patience. It comes with tenderness. You don't rush the heart. You don't dismiss the pain. You don't tell them to just get over it. Instead, you sit with them in their hurt and whisper, I understand. I'm here. Let me heal you. Tonight, let them feel safe enough to let you in. Safe enough to stop pretending. Safe enough to breathe deeply. Safe enough to lay down their emotional armor. Safe enough to let the tears fall if they need to. Safe enough to surrender the pain they've tucked away behind closed doors. Lord, I pray you begin touching the wounds that still feel raw. Heal the wound of feeling rejected. Heal the wound of feeling overlooked. Heal the wound of feeling not enough. Heal the wound of being misunderstood. Heal the wound caused by broken trust. Heal the wound that comes from carrying too much or too long. If the wound comes from someone who hurt them, bring release. If it comes from a loss they're still grieving, bring comfort. If it comes from something they regret, bring forgiveness. If it comes from a memory that still stings, bring peace. If it comes from fear of the future, bring assurance. If it comes from years of emotional strain, bring rest. Father, some wounds don't need explanations, they need your presence. Some hurts don't need to be analyzed, they need to be laid at your feet. Some pain cannot be healed by time alone, it must be healed by your loving touch. So I ask you to reach into the deep places of their heart and begin restoring what was broken. Let them feel you holding their pain with compassion tonight. Let them sense the warmth of your love soaking into the cracks of their heart. Let them know that you are not disappointed in their hurt. You are not ashamed of their emotions. You are not surprised by their struggles. You love them too deeply to ignore what they are carrying. Lord, I pray you soothe them. Let your peace become a balm to their wounds. Let your love become the ointment that begins the healing process. Let your presence become the comfort they've been longing for. Let your whisper bring relief to the places that have felt heavy for months or even years. And God, remind them that healing doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like waking up with a little more peace. Sometimes it looks like breathing without feeling the weight on their chest. Sometimes it looks like a softening in their heart where bitterness once lived. Sometimes it looks like a new sense of hope. Sometimes it looks like feeling strong enough to try again. Sometimes it looks like simply knowing they are not alone. You heal in layers. You heal gently. You heal lovingly. You heal completely. So tonight, begin that healing in them. Wrap them in your comfort. Let them release their pain into your hands. Let them rest, knowing that you are already working beneath the surface, stitching together what was torn, lifting what was heavy, and renewing what was weary. Lord, thank you for every blessing seen and unseen that carried me through this day. Tonight, as this listener breathes in the quiet of this moment, I lift their heart to you in gratitude. After the wounds we've brought into your healing presence, after the anxieties we've laid in your hands, now we pause to remember your goodness. Gratitude softens the soul, steadies the mind, and opens the heart to your miracles. And tonight, we thank you not for a perfect life, but for your perfect love that has walked with us through every moment of this day. Father, thank you for the breath they are breathing right now. It is easy to forget that breath itself is a gift. Each inhale a reminder of life. You sustain each exhale, a reminder that we are held by you. Thank you for the strength that carried them through responsibilities. Thank you for the moments where they laughed or smiled. Thank you for the quiet moments of reflection where they felt your presence even without expecting it. Thank you for the protection that covered them in ways they never saw. Thank you, Lord, for the roof over their head, the walls that sheltered them, and the bed they now prepare to rest in. Thank you for the meals they ate today, for the water that refreshed them, for the comfort of a home that offers safety. These blessings, though simple, are miracles of your provision. So many people long for what they already have, and tonight we pause to recognize these everyday gifts as signs of your faithfulness. Father, thank you for the relationships in their life, even the imperfect ones. Thank you for the people who love them, who support them, who check on them. Thank you for friends and family who bring joy, comfort, and laughter into their world. And even when relationships are complicated or painful, thank you that you never leave them without love. Your presence fills every gap and holds every space where human love falls short. Thank you for the moments today where you guided them without their knowing. Thank you for the moments where you protected them from harm, for the traffic delay that saved them, for the instinct that nudged them, for the peace that gently pulled them away from worry. Thank you for the strength you gave them in difficult moments, even when they felt like giving up. Thank you for carrying them when their own strength felt too small. Your word in 1 Thessalonians 5:18. NIV reminds us, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. This doesn't mean we thank you for every hardship, but we thank you because you are with us in every hardship. Gratitude does not ignore the battles we face. It acknowledges the God who fights them with us. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It redirects our attention from fear to faith, from stress to trust, from worry to rest. Tonight, Lord, let this listener feel gratitude rising gentle and steady inside them. Let it warm the places that felt cold from fear. Let it lighten the places that felt heavy from sorrow. Let it brighten the places that felt dimmed by exhaustion. Gratitude is not simply an emotion, it is a spiritual awakening, a reminder that even in the hardest seasons, your goodness has never left. Father, thank you for the moments today when this listener overcame something they didn't think they could. Thank you for the patience they showed even when their heart felt strained. Thank you for the compassion they gave even when they felt empty. Thank you for the resilience they carried even when the day felt long. These quiet strengths are signs of your spirit within them. They may not even recognize how strong they were today, but you do, and you are proud of them. Thank you, Lord, for every miracle that went unnoticed, the dangers avoided, the peace maintained, the emotions. You soothed the thoughts. You calmed the blessings that slipped easily into their day without drawing attention. Thank you for every moment when they felt your whisper saying, you're not alone. Thank you for holding them during their weakest moments and celebrating with them in their victories. Father, I thank you for the hope you place in their heart, even when circumstances look unchanged. Hope itself is a miracle. The ability to wake up each day believing something good can still happen is a gift straight from your spirit. Thank you for that hope. Thank you for that flicker of light that rises even in the darkest seasons. Thank you that you are the God who restores, renews, and redeems. Thank you for the peace beginning to settle in them now. Peace that comes not from the world, but from dwelling in your presence. Peace that flows from gratitude. Peace that reassures them they are not forgotten, not overlooked, not abandoned. Peace that gently holds their heart and prepares them for the rest they long for. Tonight, Lord, as they reflect on your goodness, I pray gratitude becomes the melody of their heart. Let it drown out worry. Let it overtake fear. Let it soften frustration. Let it mend the cracks of discouragement. Let it lift them into a higher place of trust. Let gratitude become the doorway through which your blessings flow more freely. And Father, thank you for the miracles that are on their way, even the ones they cannot yet see. Thank you for the doors you are preparing to open. Thank you for the financial provision you are shaping. Thank you for the healing you are bringing. Thank you for the relationships you are restoring. Thank you for the strength you are increasing. Thank you for the peace you are deepening. Thank you for the blessings that will unfold in your perfect timing. Lord, tomorrow feels uncertain, but I know the one who holds every sunrise. Tonight I lift this listener to you, their worries about what tomorrow may bring, the questions that still sit unanswered, the concerns that rise in the quiet hours of the night. You know the places where their heart feels unsure. You know the situations that make their thoughts swirl with what if and how will I handle this? You know the responsibilities waiting for them in the morning. And you, God, care deeply about every fear that touches their heart. Tonight, Father, I ask that you steady their spirit. Where tomorrow feels overwhelming, remind them that you go before them. Where they feel uncertain, remind them that your plan is already unfolding. Where they feel afraid, remind them that you hold their life in your loving hands. Your word tells us in Matthew 6:34, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. This is not a command meant to shame or pressure. It is an invitation to rest, an invitation to trust, an invitation to place the unknown into the hands of the God who sees all things clearly. Father, you know how heavy tomorrow can feel. Sometimes it's the weight of responsibilities, appointments, decisions, conversations. Sometimes it's the uncertainty of finances, health, or family situations. Sometimes it's the fear of repeating old struggles. Sometimes it's the pressure of doing everything right. Sometimes it's simply the emotional weight of facing another day. But you call us not to face tomorrow alone. You go before us. You stand behind us. You walk beside us. Lord, tonight, I pray you lift the burden of anticipation. Calm the thoughts that worry about outcomes. Quiet the mind that tries to predict every scenario. Remind them that tomorrow does not require their strength tonight. They don't need to solve tomorrow's problems before they sleep. They don't need to plan every detail before resting. You are already in tomorrow, preparing what they need before they even wake. Father, I ask you to touch the specific areas that bring them worry. If they're worried about their health, remind them that you are the great physician, guiding every step and holding every breath. If they're worried about their family, reassure them that you love their loved ones even more than they do, and you're working in ways they cannot see. If they're worried about their finances, whisper to their heart that you are Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides, and you are not limited by circumstances or earthly resources. If they're worried about aging, comfort them with the truth that your presence grows sweeter, stronger, and more intimate with every passing year. If they're worried about a difficult day ahead, walk before them with peace. If they're worried about something unresolved, assure them that your timing is perfect. Lord, you have seen every tomorrow that this listener will ever face. You have already walked through every moment of their future. Nothing surprises you. Nothing intimidates you. Nothing confuses you. And nothing is too complicated or too broken for you to heal, restore, or redeem. So tonight, I pray you help them release control. Control they were never meant to carry. Control that makes the mind restless. Control that weighs down the heart. Control that steals peace and feeds anxiety. Instead, fill them with trust. Let trust rise in their heart like a soft, warm light pushing back darkness. Tell their heart, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to fear what's ahead. I am already there. Father, I pray you help them remember your faithfulness. How many times have you carried them through things they once feared? How many times have you surprised them with your goodness? How many times did you make a way when they didn't see one? How many times did you protect them from things they didn't even know were coming? How many times did you bring peace into situations that once seemed hopeless? Remind them tonight that the God who carried them yesterday is the same God who holds their tomorrow. Lord, release them from the weight of what if, release them from the pressure of figuring out the future. Release them from the fear of the unknown. Release them from the need to foresee every outcome. Release them from the lie that they are alone in what lies ahead. Help them rest in the truth that the same God who hung the stars, who commands the seas, who breathes life into creation, this same God lovingly guides their steps one day at a time. Tonight, speak peace over their tomorrow. Let them feel a divine calm settle into their spirit. Let them sense that you are already preparing a way for them. Let them rest, knowing that your wisdom is shaping their path. Let hope rise in their heart, not hope in circumstances, but hope in you. Father, when their mind tries to wander into worry, gently guide it back to your promises. When fear tries to take hold, remind them that you hold their entire life securely. When they feel unsure, remind them of your unfailing faithfulness. Lord, you do not ask them to handle tomorrow today. You ask them to rest. You ask them to breathe. You ask them to trust. And you promise that when tomorrow comes, your strength will meet them like fresh morning light. God. I pray they release tomorrow into your hands, the hands that never fail, the hands that hold the universe, the hands that hold their heart. Surrender, bring peace. Let peace bring rest. Let rest bring renewal. Lord, cover my home and everyone I love with your protection tonight. As this listener settles into this moment of prayer, I lift their entire household to you. Every person who rests under their roof, every family member connected to their heart, every relationship that matters deeply to them. You, God, understand the weight of love they carry for the people in their life. You see the joy, the concern, the hope, and the longing that come with caring for those they cherish. Tonight, bring peace not only to them, but to every soul they hold dear. Father, I thank you for the gift of family, for children, grandchildren, siblings, spouses, loved ones, and friends who feel like family. You created the bond of family to be a place of comfort, connection, and love. And even when relationships face challenges, your heart for family is to restore, protect, and bless. So tonight, we lay every loved one before you, trusting that your care reaches further than our hands ever could. Your word promises in Psalm 121 NIV. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Lord, we pray this blessing over every family member connected to this listener. Watch over their coming. Watch over their going. Watch over them in their sleep, in their decisions, in their responsibilities, and in every moment of their lives. Surround them with your protection, your peace, and your presence. Father, I lift their children to you, whether they are still young, fully grown, or living far away. You know every detail of their lives. You know the challenges they face, the temptations that surround them, the choices before them, and the dreams within them. Tonight, place your hand upon each child, their steps, protect their minds, strengthen their hearts, keep them safe from harm, from bad influences, from emotional wounds, and from anything that threatens their well-being. For their grandchildren, Lord, I pray you pour out a covering of health, joy, innocence, and divine protection. Guard their futures. Bless their growing minds. Surround them with your angels as they sleep. Let them grow up knowing they are loved deeply, both by family and by you. May they be raised in wisdom, guided by grace, and covered by generational prayer. For the listeners, spouse, or for the one who longs for companionship, wrap your presence around their relationship. Bring unity where there has been tension. Bring understanding where there has been miscommunication. Bring tenderness where there has been emotional distance. And if this listener carries the weight of loneliness, remind them that you see them, love them, and surround them with your presence, even when human companionship feels far. Father, for siblings, parents, in-laws, and extended family, wherever they are tonight, let your peace reach them. Heal old wounds in the family line. Break cycles of conflict, hurt, or misunderstanding. Replace generational patterns of fear or scarcity with blessings of peace, abundance, and emotional wholeness. Let forgiveness flow where it is needed. Let love rise where it has grown dim. Let connection grow deeper where relationships have frayed. Lord, I also pray for the friends who feel like family, the ones who bring joy, support, and companionship to this listener's life. Bless those friendships, strengthen them, protect them, and where there have been friendships lost or strained, bring healing if reconciliation is your will, and bring closure if closure is needed. Father, you know that nighttime can be one of the most emotional times for those who carry deep concern for their families. Worry rises easily. Questions surface. Uncertainties feel heavy. So tonight, lift the emotional weight off this listener's shoulders. Remind them that you know every detail of their family's lives. You are working where they cannot. You are speaking where their voice cannot reach. You are protecting in ways they will never see. Lord, I pray for the family members who are struggling emotionally, spiritually, physically, or financially. For the one battling anxiety, bring comfort. For the one battling depression, bring hope. For the one struggling with health, bring healing. For the one facing financial hardship, bring provision. For the one far from, you draw their heart home. For the one making difficult decisions, grant wisdom. And God, for the family members who feel lost, discouraged, overwhelmed, or confused, shine your light upon them. Guide them with your love. Surround them with your grace. Let breakthroughs occur in their hearts. Let peace settle over them like a calming wind. Let protection follow them wherever they go. I pray over this listener's home tonight. Let it be filled with your presence. Let fear have no place here. Let anxiety be silenced. Let every room be covered by your peace. Let every corner be guarded by your angels. Let this home become a sanctuary of comfort, warmth, and divine rest. Bless their relationships, Lord. Strengthen the bond between family members. Bring healing where there has been hurt. Bring laughter where there has been heaviness. Bring unity where there has been distance. Bring joy where there has been sadness. May this home and this family reflect the love, kindness, and peace of Christ. Father, thank you that you never stop watching over those we love. Even while this listener sleeps, you remain awake. You protect. You guide. You hold the hearts of their family in your hands, and you promise to remain faithful generation after generation. Tonight, as this prayer gently moves forward, let this listener feel a deep reassurance settling in their spirit, knowing their family is covered, protected, and held by you. Let peace replace worry. Let gratitude replace concern. And let them rest in the truth that the God who loves them also loves every person connected to them with a love far beyond what they can imagine. Lord, help me not carry anger or hurt into the night. As this listener rests in your presence, I lift to you the emotions that still linger from the day, the frustrations, the disappointments, the sharp words, the misunderstandings, the moments that left their heart unsettled. Tonight, Father, I ask you to bring a gentle release to every place inside them that still feels tense or wounded. You know how heavy the heart can become throughout the day. You know the sting of harsh words, the ache of feeling misunderstood, the pain of being dismissed, overlooked, or hurt. You know the situations that left them feeling shaken or disappointed. You know the small irritations that piled up and the larger hurts that cut deeper. You know what happened today, and you know what still feels unresolved inside them right now. Your word tells us in Ephesians 4:26, NIV, do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. This is not a demand to act perfectly. It is an invitation to rest peacefully. Anger, disappointment, and emotional tension weigh heavily on the heart, and you, Lord, do not want your children going to bed with burdens they were never meant to carry. So tonight, Lord, I ask that you help this listener release every piece of hurt lying beneath the surface. Help them breathe out the weight they've been holding. Help them loosen their grip on the emotions that have followed them into the night. You know the thoughts they have replayed. You know the conversations that left them uneasy. You know the moments when something inside them tightened in pain. You see it all, and you care, Father. Sometimes forgiveness feels difficult, not because we don't want to forgive, but because the wound feels fresh or deep. You understand the complexity of human emotions. You know how sensitive the heart can be. You see the struggle between wanting peace and feeling hurt. So tonight, meet them in that struggle. Offer your strength where their strength feels small. Offer your grace where their heart feels fragile. Lord, soften the places inside them that have hardened from hurt. Heal the places that are still tender. If someone's words today left them feeling wounded, comfort them. If someone misunderstood them, reassure their heart. If someone treated them unfairly, remind them that you see and you care. If someone's tone, attitude, or actions pierce their spirit, bring healing to that wound. Father, there may be someone they need to forgive. It may be someone close, a spouse, a child, a sibling, a parent, a friend, or it may be a stranger, a coworker, or someone they barely know. Whoever it was, I ask you to help them release that person into your hands. Forgiveness is not saying the hurt was okay. It is saying the hurt no longer has power over them. Tonight, remove the weight of resentment. Remove the tension of anger. Remove the bitterness that tries to take root. Replace it all with peace. Replace it with compassion. Replace it with emotional freedom. Lord, I also pray for the moments when this listener may feel like they failed, times when they spoke harshly, acted out of frustration, or carried anger longer than they intended. If there is guilt or regret resting on their heart tonight, lift it gently. Remind them that you are a forgiving Father. Remind them that grace is bigger than their mistakes. Remind them that mercy meets them tonight with open arms. If they hurt someone today, give them the strength to make it right tomorrow. If they regret a moment from earlier, give them peace, knowing you still love them fully. If they feel ashamed of something they said or did, wash that shame away with your tender forgiveness. Lord, forgiveness is a gift you offer freely. Help this listener receive it deeply, and as you pour forgiveness into their heart, help them extend it outward, not by forcing their emotions, but by letting you work gently within them. Father, I pray for peace to fill the places where anger once lived. I pray for calm to settle in the spaces where tension once held on. I pray for freedom to rise in the areas where resentment tried to linger. Let their heart feel light. Let their spirit feel cleansed. Let their emotions feel refreshed. And Lord, remind them that forgiveness is not something they must do alone. You walk with them through the process. You guide them. You strengthen them. You soften their heart. You heal their wounds. And you free them from the weight of holding on. If there is a relationship that has been strained for a long time, I pray you bring slow and gentle healing in your timing. If there is someone who hurt them deeply, pray you give them wisdom in moving forward while still protecting their heart. If there is someone they miss, someone they long to reconcile with, I pray you open the right doors and prepare the hearts involved. But above all, tonight, let them rest. Let them rest from the emotional labor of carrying pain. Let them rest from the effort of replaying situations. Let them rest from the tension that tries to follow them into bed. Let them rest in your love, your comfort, and your peace. Lord, as they breathe in deeply, let them feel your presence soothing their spirit. As they breathe out slowly, let them feel the release of every burden. Let their heart unclench. Let their mind unwind. Let their soul find stillness. They are safe with you. Their emotions are safe with you. Their pain is safe with you. Their healing is safe with you. Even when the world sleeps, your presence watches over me. Lord, as this listener lies in the quiet of the night, pray that they feel a deep sense of your nearness, a nearness that doesn't fade when the lights go out, a nearness that doesn't disappear when the world grows silent. You are the God who stays awake when we cannot. You are the God who guards us, comforts us, and surrounds us even in the stillest hours of the night. Father, you know how nighttime can bring a different set of emotions. When everything slows down and distractions disappear, a person can feel the weight of silence pressing against their thoughts. The home grows quiet, the room grows dim, and the mind begins to wander. And sometimes in those quiet moments, feelings of loneliness or fear try to settle in. But tonight, Lord, I pray that your presence becomes more real, more comforting, and more tangible than any fear or worry. Your word tells us in Psalm 121:4, NIV, He who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. You don't rest, Lord. You don't grow tired. You don't step away. You are constantly watching, constantly guarding, constantly surrounding your children with protection and love. Tonight, let this truth settle deep within this listener's heart. Let them know that even when their eyes close, yours remain open, watching over them with compassion, attentiveness, and unfailing love, Lord. Some nights feel longer than others. Some nights feel heavier. Some nights feel more emotional. Maybe this listener has had nights where sleep wouldn't come, where their mind felt restless, or where memories stirred their heart. Maybe they've had nights where they felt the ache of loss or the sting of loneliness. Maybe they've had nights where they whispered, God, are you here tonight? Reassure them that you are here closer than the air they breathe. Father, let your presence fill the room where they lie. Let it fill the space around them like a warm embrace. Let it touch their heart in a way that brings comfort. Let it settle their emotions. Let it soften the edges of their thoughts. Let your nearness quiet every fear, silence every doubt, and soothe every anxious feeling. When the night feels quiet, let your voice Be the voice they sense, gentle, reassuring, steady. When the room feels still, let your presence be the stillness that brings peace. When fatigue weighs on their heart, let your love be the strength that lifts them. When nighttime feels long, let your companionship shorten the distance between now and morning. Father, you understand that the night can magnify things the day keeps hidden. Worries feel bigger, thoughts feel louder, emotions feel sharper. But you also know how to bring peace into those moments. You know how to settle the spirit. You know how to calm the mind. You know how to bring rest even when the heart feels restless. Tonight, I ask you to stand guard over this listener, over their thoughts, their emotions, their dreams, and their rest. Build a wall of peace around them. Surround their bed with your protection. Let your angels watch over every moment of their sleep. Let your presence be the atmosphere they breathe, the shield that covers them, and the comfort that holds them close. Lord, if this listener has ever felt afraid during the night, afraid of the dark, of being alone, of the unknown, I pray you gently lift that fear away. Remind them that darkness is not dark to you. Night is not night to you. Nothing is hidden from your sight, and nothing can separate them from your care. You walk with them even in the deepest night. If their heart aches with memories of someone they miss, comfort them. If their emotions feel tender from the events of the day, settle them. If their spirit feels weary, renew them. If their mind feels tired from thinking too much, bring ease and calm. Lord, some people fear the quiet because it forces them to confront feelings they've pushed aside. But tonight, make the quiet feel safe. Make the silence feel sacred. Make the stillness feel peaceful. Let the absence of noise become an opportunity for your presence to rise. Let them find comfort in knowing they do not face the night alone. Let them rest in knowing your presence fills the darkness with light. Let them breathe easily, knowing the one who watches over them never closes his eyes. Father, I pray that the time between now and sleep becomes peaceful and gentle. Let each moment slow down. Let each breath soften. Let each heartbeat find steady rhythm. Let every bit of tension fall away. Let their mind loosen its grip on the thoughts of the day. Let their body recognize it is safe to rest. Let their soul lean into you. You are here, Lord, closer than their worry, stronger than their fear, deeper than their loneliness, and more faithful than their doubts. You never leave in the night. You never withdraw your presence. You never abandon your children to the quiet. In fact, it is often in the quiet where your voice becomes clearest and your comfort becomes most tangible. Tonight, reassure this listener that they are seen. They are known, they are protected, they are held, and even when the night feels silent, heaven is wide awake. Angels are watching, your spirit is near, your love rests gently upon them like soft, calming light. Lord, when I'm weak, your strength becomes the place my soul can rest. Tonight, I lift this listener to you, the one who has been carrying so much, the one who has held things together, even when they felt like falling apart, the one who has pushed through with quiet courage. You see how tired they are, Lord. You see the places where their strength has run thin, and you do not ask them to carry life alone. Instead, you invite them to rest. Rest not in their abilities, but in your endless strength. Father, you know every kind of tiredness they feel. You know the physical fatigue that comes from long days, full schedules, and responsibilities that seem to grow as the years go by. You know the emotional weariness that forms after giving, caring, praying, loving, and worrying for others. You know the spiritual heaviness that sometimes comes when life feels too big and their strength feels too small. And yet you whisper gently, "My child, you don't have to be strong for me to carry you." Your word in 2 Corinthians 12:9. NIV says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Lord, tonight, let this truth settle deep in their heart. Let them know they do not disappoint you by feeling weak. They do not need to pretend. They do not need to have everything together. They do not need to push themselves beyond their limits. Their weakness is not a problem for you. It is the very place where you do your most beautiful work. Father, many listening tonight have spent years being strong for others. They've carried responsibilities as a spouse, as a parent, as a grandparent, as a caregiver, as a worker, as a friend. They've navigated seasons of difficulty, loss, transition, and waiting. They've walked through valleys and climbed mountains. Their hands have worked. Their hearts have carried burdens. Their faith has held them upright. And now, Lord, I ask that you let them feel the freedom of resting in you. Let them feel permission to lay down their strength for a moment. Let them feel safe enough to say, I'm tired. Let them feel comfort in knowing you already know. Let them feel peace in surrendering what is too heavy. Let them feel your strength rising quietly within them. You never grow weak or weary. Your strength does not fade with time. Your power does not diminish. You are the everlasting God, the one who lifts those who are tired and renews those who feel drained. Tonight, wrap this listener in that strength, not strength that demands effort, but strength that gently holds, strength that steadies, strength that upholds, strength that comforts. Father, sometimes we try so hard to fix everything ourselves. We try to make the right decisions, solve every problem, protect everyone we love, and carry burdens that were never meant for our shoulders. But tonight, help this listener release that pressure. Help them rest in the truth that they are not the savior you are. They are not the provider you are. They are not the protector you are. They are not the source of strength you are, Lord. I pray that tonight you lift the burden of self-reliance. Let them exhale the stress of trying to hold everything together. Let them breathe deeply in the relief of knowing that your strength is enough for their weakness. Your grace is enough for their needs. Your love is enough for their fears. Your wisdom is enough for their uncertainty. If they have felt overwhelmed today, steady them. If they have felt inadequate, remind them that you work through imperfect vessels. If they have felt weak, show them your power shining in the cracks. If they have felt discouraged, speak hope over them. If they have felt alone, wrap them in your presence. Lord, I ask that you make your strength tangible to them tonight. Let it feel like a gentle arm around their shoulders. Let it feel like a warm hand holding theirs. Let it feel like a quiet voice whispering, rest here. You don't have to keep pushing. Let me carry you. Father, I pray you renew their physical strength, ease the tension in their muscles, calm the restlessness in their body. Let their breathing deepen. Let their heartbeat slow. Let their body finally feel safe to relax. I pray you renew their emotional strength. Lift the weight from their chest. Quiet the heaviness in their heart. Replace their worry with trust. Replace their discouragement with hope. Replace their sadness with comfort. Meet them exactly where they are. And Lord, renew their spiritual strength. Let them sense your spirit filling the places that feel empty. Let them feel your peace rising in the places that felt tired. Let them feel your joy warming the places that felt cold. Let them feel your power awakening the places that felt weak. Father, remind them that rest is not laziness. It is worship. It is trust. It is a declaration that says, God is in control and I can rest in Him. Let that truth settle deeply in their spirit. Even in their weakness, you are strong. Even in their tiredness, you are enough. Even in their questions, you are steady. Even in their uncertainty, you remain faithful. And tonight, you are inviting them to rest, not in the strength they do not have, but in the strength you never lose. Lord, let your strength become their comfort tonight. Let it become the soft place their soul leans into. Let it become the foundation of their peace. Let it become the anchor of their rest. Lord, your faithfulness carried me through today, and it will meet me again tomorrow. Tonight, as this listener settles deeper into this holy quiet, I lift their heart into the warmth of your unchanging love. You have been with them through every moment, every breath, every emotion, and every step of this day. And now, as the night settles around them, you to remind them with gentle clarity of just how faithful you have been. Father, there is something beautiful about reflecting on your faithfulness. It brings peace. It brings reassurance. It brings a sense of stability that nothing else in this world can offer. Tonight, help this listener look back, not with regret, frustration, but with gratitude. Let them see the quiet ways you guided them. Let them feel the tender ways you protected them. Let them notice the subtle moments when your hand was upon their life. Your word in Lamentations 3:22-23, NIV says, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." What a beautiful truth, God, that your compassion, your mercy, your love, your strength, they never run out. They don't fade with time. They don't weaken with age. They don't depend on how good or bad our day was. They are renewed every single morning, like the rising sun that never fails to appear. Lord, remind this listener that your faithfulness today is the same faithfulness that has carried them through every season of their life, through the storms and the sunshine, through the mountains and the valleys, through the heartbreaks and the healing, through the questions and the answers, through the waiting and the breakthroughs. Every step of the journey, you have been there. Father, there were days when they didn't think they would make it, and yet they did. There were seasons where they felt too weak to continue, and yet you strengthened them. There were moments when they thought the pain would overwhelm them, but your comfort found them. There were times when the future felt unclear, but you provided direction. Every single time, your faithfulness met them at their point of need. And tonight, you will be faithful again. Lord, let them remember the times you surprised them with goodness, the times you brought the right person at the right moment, the times you provided financially in ways they didn't expect, the times you protected them without them even knowing, the times you opened doors that no human could close, the times you gave clarity when they were confused, the times you healed their heart when it felt broken. Every moment of your faithfulness in the past is a promise of faithfulness in the future. Lord, sometimes the night tries to whisper lies that say they're alone, that they're powerless, that tomorrow is uncertain. But your faithfulness is louder than those lies. Let your truth rise strong in their heart tonight. You will be the same God tomorrow that you were today. The same God who provided will continue to provide. The same God who protected will continue to protect. The same God who comforted will continue to comfort. The same God who led them today will lead them again when the sun rises. Father, help them rest in the truth that your faithfulness doesn't depend on circumstances. It's not shaken by change. It's not threatened by trouble. It's not weakened by time. Your faithfulness is steady, unshakable, immovable, eternal. And tonight, for this listener who may have faced discouraging moments today, remind them that your love never faded. For the one who felt overlooked, remind them that you saw every moment. For the one who felt drained, remind them that you carried them. For the one who felt uncertain, remind them that you were guiding them even in silence. Lord, your faithfulness was the reason they made it through today. Your faithfulness is the reason they can rest tonight. Your faithfulness is the reason they can face tomorrow without fear. Let that truth warm the listener's heart like a soft glow in the darkness. Let it fill them with peace. Let it ease their tension. Let it steady their emotions. Let it soothe their mind. And Lord, help them recognize the quiet blessings you gave them today, the blessings that were easy to overlook, the moments of laughter, the strength to get out of bed, the meal that nourished them, the conversation that lifted their spirit, the protection that kept them safe, the simple grace of making it through another day. Every one of those blessings came from your hand. Father, if they are worried about tomorrow, remind them that your faithfulness has already gone ahead of them. You are already preparing the way. You are already arranging the right people, opportunities, and resources. You are already guarding them from what they cannot see. You are already opening doors they don't even know about yet. Let them breathe easily in this truth. If God was faithful today, He will be faithful tomorrow. If God carried me through before, He will carry me again. If God has never failed me, He won't start now. Tonight, Lord, let their heart release fear about what comes next. Let them rest in the knowledge that the God who held them today will hold them again when the morning comes. Every morning, your faithfulness awakens before they do. Every morning, your mercy greets them. Every morning, your love covers them. Every morning, your strength surrounds them, and tonight, your presence covers them even now. Lord, let your peace guard my heart like a shield tonight. As this listener settles deeper into this moment of prayer, draw them into a quiet, holy stillness. Let your presence fill the room where they rest. Let your peace begin to settle around them like a gentle mantle, soft, calming, protective. Tonight, Lord, place your peace over their heart and mind like a safeguard, blocking every fear, every worry, every anxious thought, every spiritual heaviness that tries to disturb their rest. Father, you know how fragile the heart can feel at the end of the day. You know how thoughts can rush, how emotions can rise, how fears can whisper, and how worries can cling to the mind, especially in the quiet moments before sleep. But you, God, are the one who guards the heart with a peace that is greater than understanding, greater than circumstances, greater than fear, greater than anything we face. Your word in Philippians 4:7, NIV promises, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Tonight, let that promise come alive. Let your peace not simply comfort, let it guard. Let it not simply soothe, let it protect. Let it not simply calm, let it surround. Lord, I pray over their mind first. Calm their thoughts. Quiet the noise that still lingers from the day. Silence the internal dialogue that replays conversations, worries, or uncertainties. Let their mind settle into your presence like a boat that finally finds still waters after a long stretch of storms. If their thoughts try to wander into fear, pull them gently back to you. If their mind tries to race ahead into tomorrow, anchor it in the safety of this moment. If tension rises, ease it with your warm, steady peace. If old thoughts or memories resurface, cover them with your grace and healing. Father, pray over their emotions. Sometimes the heart feels tender at night, more vulnerable, more exposed. Emotions that stayed tucked away during the day can start to rise in the quiet. But tonight, Lord, soothe those emotions. Let peace settle into the places where the heart feels unsettled. Let comfort fill the places where pain still lingers. Let reassurance flow into the places where fear has tried to take root. Let their heart feel steady. Let their emotions feel held. Let their spirit feel safe. Lord, I pray over their physical body as well. Every muscle, every breath, every part of them that carries stress. Let tension melt from their shoulders. Let tightness release from their jaw. Let their breathing deepen. Let their heartbeat slow into a peaceful rhythm. Let their entire body recognize that it is finally safe, finally protected, finally allowed to rest. Lord, I ask for peace over their sleep. Guard their dreams. Guard their rest. Protect their mind from nightmares, from spiritual heaviness, from fear that tries to enter through the night. Let their sleep be deep, refreshing, and healing. Let their rest be filled with calm, with comfort, with your soothing presence. Send your angels to stand watch around them. Surround their home with divine protection. Every window, every door, every room. Let no spiritual darkness, no fear, no anxiety have access to their night. Cover them in your protection from the moment they lay their head on the pillow to the moment morning arrives. Father, I pray for peace over their spirit. If their spirit feels weary, breathe new life into it. If their spirit feels shaken, stabilize it. If their spirit feels discouraged, lift it gently. If their spirit feels tired from long seasons of waiting or battling, renew it with your strength. Let them rest knowing that they are not battling anything alone. Your peace is fighting for them, guarding them, and surrounding them. Every fear held back, every worry quieted, every heaviness lifted, every spiritual attack blocked, every anxious thought silenced. Lord, your peace is not fragile. It is strong. It is powerful. It is protective. It is unshakable. It is rooted in who you are, not in what this listener feels, sees, or understands. Tonight, let them feel that strong peace like a shield around their heart, like walls of safety around their mind, like a warm blanket around their spirit. Let your peace guard them in a way that nothing in this world can imitate or replace. Father, there are moments in life when people feel vulnerable, moments when fear tries to creep in through the shadows, when uncertainty tries to rise in the mind, when worry tries to pull them away from rest. But tonight, let your peace stand between them and anything that tries to steal their calm. Let their hearts say with confidence, I am safe. God is here. Covered. God is watching. I am protected. God is near. I can rest. God holds my night. Lord, if they have been feeling spiritually attacked or emotionally overwhelmed, let your peace break every chain. Let your peace silence every lie. Let your peace wash over every part of them. Let it replace fear with faith, replace heaviness with hope, replace anxiety with assurance, replace exhaustion with renewal. And as they prepare to drift into sleep, let your peace be the last thing they feel. Let it settle deep within them. Let it rest over them like soft, holy warmth. Let it comfort every part of their being. Lord, thank you that your peace is more than a feeling. It is your presence. It is your protection. It is your promise. And you are faithful to keep every promise you make. Lord, you know the needs of my life. Open the doors only you can open. Tonight, I lift this listener before you with every financial burden resting on their heart. You see the responsibilities they carry, the bills waiting to be paid, the needs of their home, the desires they have for their family, and the worries that sometimes rise when they think about the future. And yet, Lord, you are not intimidated by any of it. You know every need in their life. And you are the one who provides with faithfulness, kindness, and perfect timing. Father, tonight I ask that you look tenderly upon this listener. You know the hours they spend thinking about their financial situation. You see the sacrifices they've made. You see the ways they have stretched their resources to care for others. You see every decision, every fear, every hesitation, and every moment they wonder how things will work out. But you, Lord, are Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides, the one who sees ahead, the one who makes a way Where there seems to be no way, your word in Philippians 4:19 NIV promises, and my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ Jesus. Lord, let that promise rest on their heart like a soft blanket of peace. You didn't say some needs. You didn't say only needs that are easy. You said all needs, every need, every concern, every pressure, every burden. All of it is held in your capable, loving hands. Father, you know how finances can weigh heavily on the mind, especially at night. When the world grows quiet, worries often grow louder. Thoughts about what needs to be paid, what must be done, what feels uncertain, they can swirl endlessly. But tonight, Lord, I pray you quiet those thoughts. Replace every anxious whisper with the assurance of your provision. Lord, I pray over every financial burden this listener carries. If they feel stressed about monthly bills, provide peace and provision. If they worry about retirement or long-term security, bless them with confidence in your plan. If they feel anxious about unexpected expenses, remind them that nothing surprises you. If they feel limited by fixed income or shrinking resources, expand what they have in supernatural ways. If they carry the responsibility of helping family members, surround them with wisdom and strength. If they're concerned about medical costs or care needs, provide stability and direction. You see it all, Lord. You understand not only the numbers, but the emotions behind them. The fear of not having enough, the desire to be responsible, the longing to care for family, the hope for stability, the pressure of uncertainty. Tonight, lift that emotional weight from their shoulders. Let them breathe a little easier. Let their heart rest in knowing that they don't carry these concerns alone. You are their provider, their source, their sustainer. Father, I pray for open doors, doors that only you can open, open doors of opportunity, open doors of provision, open doors of favor, open doors of financial blessing, open doors of unexpected help, open doors of new ideas, new solutions, and new strength. I ask that you close the doors that lead to stress, confusion, or unnecessary burden. Guide their steps with clarity. Let them know when to wait, when to move, and when to trust. Lord, I pray for wisdom over their financial decisions. Give them discernment in budgeting. Give them clarity in planning. Give them peace when making choices. Give them confidence when taking steps of faith. And give them the reassurance that they are not failing, not falling behind, and not forgotten. You are with them. You are guiding them. You are lifting them. Father, for the listener who feels embarrassed or ashamed of their financial situation, remind them that you do not measure their worth by money. You do not love based on performance. You do not bless based on perfection. You see their heart. You see their intentions. You see their faithfulness. And you honor those things far above anything else. For the one who feels guilty about needing help, remind them that receiving is not weakness, it is humility. For the one who feels anxious about giving, remind them that you honor every act of generosity, no matter the size. For the one who feels overwhelmed by obligations, give peace and direction. And Lord, for the one who is praying tonight for a financial miracle, whether small or large, I ask that you hear the cry of their heart. Send provision in unexpected ways. Send blessing that surprises them. Send breakthroughs that remind them you are near. Send favor that can only come from you. Father, I declare peace, deep, steady, supernatural peace over their financial world, peace in their home, peace in their decisions, peace in their responsibilities, peace in their future, peace in their thoughts, peace in their heart. Let your peace guard them from fear and worry. Even when finance, their provider is constant and faithful. Lord, I pray that as they prepare for sleep, they feel the weight of financial concern lifting off their shoulders. Let them rest tonight, not because everything is solved, but because everything is in your hands. Let them trust that you are already working behind the scenes. Let them feel the reassurance that provision is coming, help is coming, breakthrough is coming, and peace is already here. Lord, as I close my eyes tonight, let your peace settle over me like holy rest. I lift this precious listener into your embrace one more time before sleep comes, asking you to surround them with comfort that goes deeper than words, deeper than thoughts, deeper than anything this world can offer. Let your presence fill their room like a soft, warm light. Let your love become the atmosphere that wraps around them as they prepare to sleep. Father, thank you for everything you have poured into their heart during this night of prayer. Thank you for the burdens you lifted, the worries you quieted, the wounds you touched, and the peace you released. Thank you for reminding them of your faithfulness, your strength, and your constant care. As they enter this final moment of the night, let every word spoken tonight continue to echo gently in their spirit, carrying them into rest. Your word in Psalm 23:6 NIV says, "Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life." Lord, let this promise rest on them now. Let them feel your goodness behind them, your mercy beside them, and your presence above them as they sleep. Let them know, not just with their mind, but with their heart, that they are safe, they are loved, and they are held. Tonight, Lord, bless their sleep, bless their dreams, bless the quiet hours between now and morning. Let sleep come easily, gently, peacefully. Let their mind drift into calmness. Let their body relax deeply. Let their breathing slow into a soft rhythm of peace. Remove anything that seeks to trouble their rest, any fear, any worry, any emotional heaviness. Replace it all with stillness. Replace it with comfort. Replace it with the peace that comes from knowing you are watching over them. Father, I ask you to watch over their room tonight. Let your angels stand at every point of entry. Let your presence fill the entire atmosphere with safety. Let no harm come near. Let no fear rise. Let no disturbance break the stillness of this moment. Guard their rest from anxiety nightmares, or spiritual heaviness. Protect their spirit while they sleep. Protect their home. Protect every person they love. Lord, let this night become a turning point, a night where peace settled deeper, where hope rose higher, where faith grew stronger, where their heart found comfort, and where their mind found relief. Let them wake tomorrow with a renewed sense of strength, purpose, and clarity. Let them rise with gratitude in their spirit, joy in their heart, and calmness in their mind. When morning comes, remind them that your mercies are new. Remind them that today's prayers are already shaping tomorrow's blessings. Remind them that they are not walking into a new day alone. They are walking with the God who never leaves, never forsakes, and never stops working on their behalf. Lord, bless their footsteps tomorrow. Bless their decisions. Bless their conversations. Bless their relationships. Bless their health, their home, their finances, and their future. Let your hand guide them gently into every moment of the new day. Let them carry the peace from tonight into every situation they face tomorrow. Let them carry the hope they feel now into every challenge. Let them carry the comfort of your presence into every responsibility. And let them remember that whenever they need rest, comfort, strength, or peace, they can return to you and find it again and again. Father, tonight, I thank you for being so near. Thank you for caring about every detail of this listener's life. Thank you for watching over them from the moment they wake to the moment they sleep. Thank you for loving them with a love that never weakens, never grows distant, and never changes. And Lord, as this prayer draws to a close, let one final reassurance settle over their heart. They are safe with you. They are loved by you. They are chosen by you. They are protected by you. They are never alone, not in the night, not in the day, not in the highs, not in the lows. You are with them always. Tonight, let them close their eyes with peace. Let them sleep with confidence. Let them rest knowing that the God of heaven is guarding their night. And Lord, When the night feels long or heavy, remind them that they can return to this prayer anytime they need to feel your presence. Remind them that this place, this quiet moment of surrender, is always open to them. If this prayer has brought peace to your heart tonight, you may share it with someone you love so they too can feel God's comfort. And if you'd like to receive more nightly prayers like this, you are warmly invited to subscribe so we can continue praying together each night. May God bless you. May He keep you. May His peace rest on you through this entire night. And may tomorrow greet you with gentle, light renewed hope and a heart strengthened by His love. Rest now, beloved child of God. You are covered. You are held. You are safe.